The little dollar signs.
That's what we about to do. Some severe driving. Dude, so glad I found this little book.
What's on the front?
You know.
Damn. Oh, snap.
You already know.
Oh, snap. The transition. Yeah, you already did film, so.
Yeah, we'll plug that in here. I couldn't wait for Xavier. I was too excited to take it apart. So I just filmed some stuff on my phone. So we'll put that in right here. All right, guys, this is the new Industry Garage shop car. It's a 280Z 1977. It does have the gross taillights and disgusting bumpers. That'll all be fixed. It also has this ridiculous trim down the side of it. Like how they added even this little bump. Is also a mess inside. And it has a disgusting sunroof. Also does not run. Has rust on every single panel. Literally not one panel that doesn't have rust on it. Maybe the cowl, actually. It's just really, you can see how terrible the paint is, but I don't think it's ever been repainted. It's a pretty straight body, honestly, aside from all the rust holes. Yep. But it's gonna be an awesome little street car. The goal is to take a lot of these panels, because I really bought this car because all of the sheet metal is pretty damn straight. So what I'm gonna do is fix up all the small imperfections, aka huge things of rust, and then make molds of all of these parts. Planning on fenders, headlight buckets. I might only do them as combos, because the amount of people that actually run Genos, it's not really worth it to make separate parts. I don't know, we'll see. But so headlight buckets, fenders, hood, inspection lids, cowl. I'm already making these with Alex. I'm gonna do full doors, so it'll be not just door shells, but the actual, I guess, yeah, not the door skin, but the whole shell behind it as well. I'm gonna do door panels, quarter panels. Unsure if I'm actually gonna do the rockers. We'll see. But definitely gonna go with hatches. And then this lower panel that's behind this. And 280Zs are all like chopped up and disgusting because they have a bunch of holes in them and whatever. I keep saying it's disgusting, but it's just not as good as a 240. And then also taillight bezel panel. So pretty much everything you need to do exactly what I spent the last 2 years doing. But I will be making all of these parts available on industrygarage.com. And then it'll be pretty cool to have this thing. My plan is to paint this thing white and kind of have this as like my wife's car she can drive around. And then I'll have my black one. It'll be like a little yin and yang street car versus rowdy time attack car. But I don't really plan on doing an engine swap or anything. I just want to clean it up, get it running correctly. Well, running at all would be great, and then running nicely would be good. Also, maybe AC and stuff, that'd be cool. But I do also plan on converting it to 240Z tails, and then I'm going to do my fender flares and my air dam, which converts the front 280Z grill lights. There's a cover on that side. That one's even missing. Converts these guys to the lower 240Z style anyway. So that's the plans for this thing. If you're in the market for some S30 carbon fiber parts, hit me up.
All right.
Cool. Well, you know.
So what did you do?
What didn't I do? Took apart everything. This is all good stuff.
So you said that ended up working? The little air compressor?
Yes, this has air in it. Dude, look at this thing. This thing's sick.
Datsun.
So it didn't have a spare tire. It had this bad boy in there. And it still has
Air from the 70s.
fluorocarbon gas in it.
Oh, wow.
It says do not inhale contents.
Heard you
Probably has like asbestos in it.
Damn.
The Nissan motor. I think these are wheel chocks. Dude, they're still in the bag. Look at that sticker.
Why don't they give us stuff like this anymore? They're always cutting corners.
Because they don't expect you to break down as much. But yeah, dude, everything in here is like brand new. It's crazy. But basically, I was on Facebook Marketplace trying to sling them flares, and some old dude just hit me up and he's like, "Hey, I have a 280Z for sale. Do you want it?" And it was right next to my father-in-law's house. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there this weekend."
So ironic.
So,
actually, let me walk this way.
Yeah. That's all trash. Dude, look at this carpet actually.
I don't
It
know.
was like so gross and old. It was, as I was pulling it apart, it was like so dry, it was just ripping.
Ooh.
But so that's all trash. We're gonna get new carpet.
I don't want to misstep and crunch some taillights like the 2002.
Yeah, I don't need those taillights. So anybody that wants some 280Z taillights, they're actually in pretty good condition. With a low price of $0.
Oh, you know somebody about to comment.
Come by and pick them up. Also, what else do I have for sale that somebody could buy? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Don't worry about it. So it's a. Don't worry about this. So the 280Z has fuel injection. The plan with this entire car, number one, my wife needs a car to drive. But this will be her car to drive once she learns how to drive stick, even though I've taught her twice. But we'll see. But I really want to make parts for S30 gas.
Which been quite a few people that asked.
So these are pretty good condition fenders. They did like add some stuff down here, but I can straighten them all out. But I noticed there's a demand for a lot of S30 carbon parts. So this will be the shop car. So the main thing, after we're done making molds of everything, it'll be like just like a street car version of
the race car, but we're gonna keep the L28. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff to make it more reliable and more badass than stock, but it'll still have an L28, so that's great. But I'm planning on making mold of the 280Z hood. I already sell 240Z hoods on my website, but they're Sabon, which are, it's cool, but they're fiberglass with a single piece of carbon on top of them, like all their parts, like almost everything out there. But so I'll make a mold of the hood. We've already been working on the hood scoop, like vent things with Alex. Make a mold of fenders, headlight buckets, the cowl, inspection lids, the doors. I'm contemplating doing inner and outer shells for the doors. The only issue is the inner shells of 280s is completely different than the outer shell. I mean, than the inner shell of 240s. The outer shell is exactly the same for both. So at least I'll have outer shells available. The only issue is if it's worth all of the effort to make an inner shell to only be able to sell to 280 people versus 240 people. I could make two separate ones, but it's also very easy to grind the edge of this until the door skin comes off and then glue on a new door skin. And then you have to worry about all the other stuff. And then also the mounting is still to metal, so it'll be really reinforced.
I think the biggest thing, roof.
Yeah, oh yeah, and then roof, you can see this one already has, like many that were bought in the 70s, during the 70s and 80s, everybody liked to throw these aftermarket sunroofs in.
Which I don't understand.
They all leak, they look terrible, they only vent out. Terrible. But so I have way back in the corner over there, I have another 240Z roof that's been chopped off. So we're gonna make a nice mold of that one. It's a really clean roof, has one dent in it, that's it.
Dude, this is like the best thing, because I remember our channel, we had so many people getting mad because you didn't make a mold.
Yeah. So
they
there you
had
go.
rants.
So I'm gonna make molds of the roof. Quarter panels we're gonna do as well. I'm gonna leave the gas door where it is stock. And then I'm also gonna make a mold of this inner gas door shell area and then the actual gas door. Rear valance, we'll make a mold of that too. It'll just be a shaved valance with the bump out for the exhaust. So if you have a 240 or 280, the main difference in the 280s is these guys are here, obviously. You can recut them out if for some reason you want to use the 280Z rear bumper, but nobody's going to do that. So.
Yeah, it looked pretty terrible.
So it'll be essentially this, just with that covered over, and then it'll still have the little bump out for the exhaust. I already have that panel chilling around here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. There you go. It'll look like that, but it'll be a little cleaner than that, and it'll be carbon.
So I guess the first step before you do all that is what, just repairing all like rust and getting the body cleaned up?
So I got everything ripped off the body, so I can just get it completely straight. So the first thing I'm going to do is just mess with really the quarter panels and the rear valance. So I'm not making a mold of this roof, obviously. So I'll take the mold up farther than normal, and then you can actually see it's cracking here where the roof was actually welded on from factory. So I'll work on getting the quarter panels completely straight. All of this rust, I don't really need to like cut out panels and weld in metal because I'm not keeping them. I just need them to be straight and true. And luckily this is a really nice body. It doesn't have like any dents in the thing, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it has rust.
I noticed that.
Because all later Z's rust way worse than the early Z's, which is crazy. Like the Series 1 ones, like my Z, has like no rust. And this is the second 280Z I've owned.
I wonder if it's something to do with like the metal that they use, or
yeah, like
they
the
didn't treat
galvanizing and treating they did of it before.
Probably trying to cut corners.
later on. Yeah. Mine was like, all mine has like the little Z-Bart rust-proof like coat of arms pan, like things in it, but the later ones don't have them. But I'm gonna shave these holes. You could always cut them later if you still want to run markers and stuff like that. But basically what I'm really doing all this for is we're trying to get the YouTube and Industry Garage really rolling. YouTube really helps promote my Industry Garage stuff, but it also pays Xavier, which lets him keep doing this.
Yeah, it's
and
like
then the Industry Garage sales and stuff like that pay me to keep doing this. So it's not even that much harder. But I know that there's a market for this stuff, and so many people have been asking me since I built my Z. So, and then also I miss just driving a stock Z. They're so awesome to drive. Yeah. But mine's gonna be, I mean, I'm gonna drive it on the street, but it's gonna be annoying to drive on the street. So having something I can just jump in, have it be reliable.
Headache-free. Dude,
yeah, not have like any crazy race parts that I'm like afraid of exploding or 500 horsepower that I don't need on the street.
What type of wheels are you gonna have on? Do you want to announce that yet, or are you gonna hold out?
I'm gonna go with like Watanabes or Watanabe reps, like the Atara racing ones, the ones that are like actually made well but not as expensive as Watts. Watanabe wheels are badass, but if you get them in like 15 by like 10 and a half, they're real expensive.
Are you gonna leave the carbon fiber, or are you gonna do you plan on like painting it?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it carbon fiber because I don't know, it just seems crazy not to. But I've been contemplating if we should do this one gloss.
Like a gloss carbon?
Yeah, so this one be all gloss and that'll be all matte. So it will at least be differentiated in that way. But I'm also gonna use the stock suspension, well not the stock suspension, the coilovers I had from the 240, I'm gonna use on this thing. And then we're talking to Techno Toy Tuning, see if they wanna jump on board and help us with the last couple things on the Race Z, and then maybe jumping on this thing too. Because I have the coils already set up for their rear diff conversion. My main goal with this thing is just to get it as reliable as possible and just enjoyable, just jump in and go. So we're gonna keep it EFI, but we're gonna try and do an ITB setup. If anybody saw what I was moving earlier, you'll maybe know what those are, but we're gonna try to do a cheap ITB setup and just keep it reliable. I'm not looking for like crazy power or anything for this thing, but.
Damn, there's so much to come
I know.
This.
So we're just gonna be making a ton of parts. So if you need parts, please hold on and.
Comment below.
Yeah, comment below too if you're interested, because I'm doing all this basically for that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so things to come. This is gonna be a lot quicker of a build because it's no real questioning stuff. It's just like kind of taking everything apart, making the body, and then putting everything back together. We'll do like a refresh on the motor, but nothing, we're not gonna do anything crazy, so.
Nice little mini series.
Yeah, it'll be fast. This also is not the super crazy next project that we were talking about.
Oh,
this was not planned in any way.
It was very impulse buy.
But we're gonna work on this alongside Dave's wonderful Celica while we get the last bits of the 240Z all finished up. Because now that we got the trans back in and everything good, we just need to do alignment, test drive, all that jam. So
it should be drivable by Friday.
Yes, sir.
Which they should see the following week.
It's Tuesday right now, so yeah. It'll be drivable in 3 days. But yeah, you'll see that soon.
Cool.
So hold on, and if you got an S30, comment
below.